There has now been a major development surrounding Cody Gakpo's future at Liverpool, and it could have huge implications for the Reds before the transfer window closes. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Andoni Iraola has been directly asked whether he can guarantee that Gakpo will remain at Liverpool beyond the deadline, and his response is certainly going to raise some eyebrows. Rather than shutting down the speculation and confirming that the Dutch forward is staying, Iraola admitted that he cannot guarantee anything while the transfer window remains open. And when you consider everything that is currently happening behind the scenes at Liverpool, that is a very interesting statement. Liverpool have now formalised their move for Bradley Barcola, while the club are also continuing to explore the possibility of bringing in another winger before the deadline. That immediately puts Gakpo's position under the spotlight. The 27-year-old has been linked with a move away from Anfield, with both Tottenham and Manchester City reportedly monitoring the situation. There have even been claims coming out of the Netherlands that Gakpo has already agreed personal terms with Tottenham. So while nothing has been confirmed yet, there is clearly something to keep an eye on. And Iraola's latest comments certainly haven't done anything to put an end to the speculation. The Liverpool boss was full of praise for Gakpo, making it clear that he has been extremely impressed with the forward since returning from the World Cup. Iraola described Gakpo as having a very good attitude and said that he has been highly influential in Liverpool's matches. But when he was asked whether he could guarantee that Gakpo would still be a Liverpool player once the window closes, his answer was simple: you cannot guarantee anything with anyone. He went even further, admitting that he doesn't know what is going to happen with any of Liverpool's players before the deadline. And that is where this becomes particularly interesting, because Liverpool are not desperately looking to sell Gakpo. The Reds are understood to value him at around £70 million, and with the player having only recently signed a new 5-year contract, Liverpool are in a very strong negotiating position. But if Barcola arrives and Liverpool manage to add another winger, the competition for places could become extremely intense. That could potentially open the door for Gakpo to consider his future. And there are certainly clubs ready to take advantage if Liverpool decide that a huge offer is worth considering. Tottenham are reportedly interested, Manchester City have also been linked, and with Liverpool under no financial pressure to sell, any interested club would likely have to pay a significant fee to even get the Reds to consider negotiations. There is also another fascinating element to all of this. Liverpool are reportedly prepared to spend around £120 million on the overall Barcola package, while Gakpo's potential £70 million sale would immediately offset a significant portion of that investment. So could Liverpool be preparing for a major reshuffle in their attacking options? At this stage, nothing is confirmed. Iraola clearly values Gakpo, and his comments were overwhelmingly positive about the player. But he also refused to make the one statement Liverpool fans probably wanted to hear, that Gakpo is definitely staying. And with the transfer deadline rapidly approaching, that leaves one very important question hanging over Anfield. Could Cody Gakpo actually be one of Liverpool's major departures before the window closes? The next few days could provide the answer. In other news, Liverpool's transfer window could be heading towards another dramatic conclusion, with Andoni Iraola making it clear that the Reds are not necessarily finished in the transfer market. The focus has been heavily centered on strengthening the wide areas, and that makes sense given the attacking options Liverpool have lost and the situation surrounding the squad. But what makes Iraola's latest comments particularly interesting is that he has opened the door to additions in other positions as well. And with just days remaining before the transfer deadline, Liverpool supporters could be in for a very busy finale. Speaking ahead of the Nottingham Forest game, Iraola was asked whether there were other areas of the squad he would ideally like to strengthen. His response was certainly worth paying attention to. He admitted that the priority has been strengthening out wide, but then delivered a very clear message. If Liverpool can improve other areas, they will. That immediately raises questions about exactly what could happen before the window closes. Liverpool already appear to be making progress on one of their biggest attacking targets, with the deal in principle for Bradley Barcola reportedly moving closer. But the right-wing position remains an area of concern, with previous approaches for players including Yankuba Minteh failing to produce the desired result, while inquiries have also been made for Ismail Assar and Ibrahim Mbaye. So, even if Barcola arrives, could Liverpool still bring in another winger? And perhaps even more importantly, could they finally address one of the other positions that has been causing concern? Midfield is one obvious possibility. Lamine Camara has been linked with Liverpool, and while Iraola did not name the Monaco midfielder specifically, his comments certainly leave the door open for movement in that area. The Liverpool boss also acknowledged that the club could be dealing with long-term injuries and that, in some positions, the squad is effectively a player down. That could become hugely significant over the final few days. Iraola was also refreshingly honest about the uncertainty surrounding the transfer window, admitting that even he does not know exactly how everything is going to play out. He explained that everyone will have to wait a few more days before Liverpool know exactly what their squad looks like and can make proper plans. And that is perhaps the biggest takeaway from all of this. Liverpool may have a clear priority, but they are not limiting themselves to one position. The club are assessing the overall picture, who arrives, who leaves, the injuries within the squad, and where they can still improve. So while Bradley Barcola could be the headline addition, there is now a very real possibility that Liverpool could have more business to complete before the deadline. The clock is ticking, the market is entering its final stages, and Iraola has essentially told supporters to wait and see. Because if Liverpool identify an opportunity to improve another area of the squad, his message is simple: we will. And with only days remaining, that could mean Liverpool's transfer window is about to get even more interesting. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.